Hello, my name's Bever. Welcome to my little video, or mini documentary we could say, about men's mental health and raising awareness for it. A couple of weeks ago I went down to London and shot a photo series. 20 fellas showed up in front of the basement's office. If you don't know the basement, it's a group of great young fellas doing big things, as you would say, with their lives. They invited me to do a little photo series about somehow raising awareness of men's mental health, and I did this by incorporating men's mental health and streetwear. The main plan was to get all the boys dressed up in blue, which is representative of all the mental health charities in the UK. We all met up, the boys didn't talk to each other, all on their phones, which is completely normal, because when you get a group of fellas, you don't really know what to do, you don't know how to thingy about it, and nobody knew who had the mental health disorder and who didn't, which was very exciting because nobody wanted to speak about it, which was completely normal. Went out shooting, found every time I saw a bit of light, I chucked one of the boys in and then took a portrait of them on my bad boy Leica, Heidi. We'd known each other about 2 or 3 hours, basically best mates. I'm already like best manning one of the fellas' weddings. And we thought we'd have a discussion about men's mental health, how we can raise awareness for it, coping mechanisms, how we would react if one of our mates came up to us and said, do you know what, like, I'm feeling a bit down at the moment, how we would react to that. And as boys, I think there's a stigma behind mental health, and being a male, we're deemed as weak, something that shouldn't affect men really. We should keep to ourselves, we shouldn't share about it. But the main aim of it was to say, do not boys talk about your brains. A couple of boys started chatting about their experience, and they said, do you know what, I dropped out of school because of depression, or, you know, I self-harmed. I was like, Jesus Christ, you guys have only known each other for the past, you know, 3 or 4 hours, and they're already discussing their mental health history, like within each other, which was completely insane. So when it went live, the amount of feedback was fantastic, because I was incredibly open about my mental health, because I've always been, you know, a bit of a worrier. So is my dad, so is my granddad. It's a bit of a hereditary thing apparently. So I only decided to kind of get it sorted out when went through a bit of a dodgy breakup, which wasn't fun, started a new job, a complete change. And it was strange, I started to lose a lot of weight. I lost all interest in photography, which is a big thing for me. Lost all interest in food, because I love food. Lost interest in my friends. It was just really, really odd. So I was kind of thrown into a GP by my friends, and the doctor just said, yeah, they kind of diagnosed me with a cocktail of mental health disorders. But yeah, no, I was also prescribed medication as well. And I remember I was doing a radio interview yesterday, and the presenter said, you're incredibly open, even about you being thrown onto medication. I said, yeah, of course, why not? If you have an infection, you'll take antibiotics, but you know, if you lack serotonin, why is it embarrassing to say you're on medication to boost it up a little? It was kind of a mix of throwing, you know, keeping my mind occupied by, you know, photography and things like that. Photography, doing photo series, eating good, hanging out with my friends, and then the medication, which really made me feel so much better. And it was then I thought, you know, I want to do something for men's mental health, and that's how the project came about. And the main aim of the project was to show 6 out of the 20 fellas suffered with mental health conditions, but you don't know, because, you know, mental health doesn't really have an image, it doesn't really have a face. It can affect anyone from any background, from any country. It's just, you know, how your brain's wired, to be honest with you. So it's to show that, you know, it can affect anyone.